The Los Angeles Chargers have a lot of options in the upcoming NFL draft. They've got some good players, but there are still a few spots on the team that need more attention. With Jim Harbaugh at the helm, every pick matters. In the latest 7-round mock draft from A to Z Sports, the Chargers grab a great blend of offense and defense early in the draft. Let's have a look at the current roster's position and this mock draft and see how the Chargers can reload for a serious playoff push. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. So, the Chargers face significant roster turnover, especially on defense, with many key players hitting free agency. Looking at the Chargers' 2025 cap situation, they've got some tough decisions ahead. Nearly half of their defensive starters are set to hit free agency, and a significant number of key offensive players are also on expiring deals. This team has work to do, especially with an aging roster, particularly on defense. Think about some of their key contributors: Morgan Fox, Poona Ford, Khalil Mack. These guys are all around or over 30, and that's just on the defensive side. Edge rusher will be a major priority. They may need to draft one, maybe even two, depending on what happens in free agency. Impactful pass rushers aren't easy to find, so this will be a critical area for them. Offensively, several players who played meaningful snaps last season are also pending free agents. They'll need to figure out their approach, whether it's retaining key veterans or going younger through the draft. Tight end is another area to watch. Will Dissly is on the roster, but Hayden Hurst is a free agent. Given Jim Harbaugh's history, we know how much he values tight ends, so this could be a position they prioritize. On the offensive line, center Bradley Bozeman is 30 and also a free agent. Whether they bring him back or look elsewhere will be a key decision. At quarterback, they're set. Justin Herbert is the guy, and there's no question about that. But he needs more help, particularly at wide receiver. Ladd McConkey had a big year and fits well in this offense, and Quentin Johnson continues to develop. But Josh Palmer is a free agent. J.K. Dobbins is also a free agent after his best season in the league. So the question is whether they will bring him back. Beyond that, there's Gus Edwards, an aging veteran, and Hassan Haskins, who's still a bit of an unknown. They also have Kamani Vidal, a player they're intrigued by, but running back depth remains a concern. On the free agency front, there are options at wide receiver and running backs, but most come with question marks hanging over them. Aaron Jones is 30. Najee Harris and A.J. Dillon have dealt with injuries. Nick Chubb is also aging and coming off an injury. So it's not a simple fix. So instead of looking just to free agency, this would be a balanced approach for LA Chargers to address their needs in the draft as well, where they have a lot of routes to go. A 7-round mock draft done by A to Z Sports, where the Chargers grab a great blend of offense and defense early in the draft. With the 22nd overall pick in the first round, the Los Angeles Chargers are projected to select Shavon Revel Jr., a cornerback from East Carolina. This would be a great value pick for the Chargers defense. Revel is often ranked in the top 15 of many mock drafts, but after suffering a season-ending injury last year, his stock could slide to the later part of the first round. The Chargers need more depth and overall talent at cornerback. Revel has the potential to become a top CB on the depth chart, and there's a lot of uncertainty at the position. Tarheeb still is a promising young defensive back, but beyond him, it's tough to predict how the cornerback group will shape up in 2025. With the 55th pick in the second round, Justin Herbert gets a valuable offensive weapon for 2025 and beyond. Wide receiver Elic Ayomanor is an ideal fit, a tough physical run blocker, and one of the top big-bodied downfield targets in this draft class. He could be a key asset in the passing game for Herbert, while Jim Harbaugh will surely appreciate his contributions in the run game. Ayomanor is a high-effort, high-floor player who fills a major need for the Chargers, especially if they don't select a pass catcher in the first round. With the 86th pick in the third round, the Chargers landed Oklahoma State running back Ollie Gordon II. A highly productive college player, Gordon is one of the most statistically impressive backs in this draft class and offers solid value at this spot. While the Chargers could target a running back as early as the second round, this scenario would still be a strong outcome. On 124th pick, Los Angeles Chargers landed Oregon Ducks tight end Terrance Ferguson. The Ducks tight end would fit in perfectly with the Chargers, who lack tight ends, and the position needs to get younger and perhaps a little more athletic. With the 159th pick, the Los Angeles Chargers chose offensive lineman Jackson Slater from Sacramento State. At pick 177, they selected Ole Miss defensive tackle J.J. Pegues. For the 183rd pick, the Chargers added another offensive lineman, Jack Nelson from Wisconsin. Then, with the 201st pick, they took wide receiver Antwain Wells Jr. from Ole Miss. Finally, at pick 215, they grabbed safety Aubrey Banks from West Virginia. So the Chargers have plenty of work to do, and this draft could be the key to their success in 2025 and beyond. With a balanced approach addressing both offense and defense, they could set themselves up for a strong season. Now it's all about execution. Will they make the right moves? Only time will tell.